Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. And now today's video, we're gonna do a bit of a series, and it's gonna be called the depressive fucking I don't know, the depressive struggle of 2024. And this is gonna be a walkthrough of my depressive stage from June of 2024 up until December. Okay. Now, during this time period, I was severely depressed. I had went through a bunch of stuff, and I had recently had a breakup that absolutely killed me from the inside out. I felt like I wanted to fall over and never exist. Anywho, while that happened, there were some things that happened, such as coping in terrible ways. I really indulged in drinking, if you will. If you remember a few videos ago, I'd called the summer of 2024, some shit like that, the biggest drinking binge I've had. Now, I can't remember if I did or didn't, but let me tell you, that's what it was. It was a pretty big alcohol binge that wasn't super fun at all. Now, when this happened, it first started around June. That's when that breakup first happened. Before that, I was mentally and just becoming drained and just dead on the inside. Dead. I didn't want to live. Essentially, I was done with life. I couldn't handle it. Quite literally, I could not handle it. I couldn't do it. And because of this, I chose to drink copious amounts of alcohol. And it really granted, during this time period, it was fun at the first. It was fun at the beginning. June, I would drink here and there as a fun little gesture, and to cope secretly, a lot to cope a lot. But after I started to drink a little, I got a little ambitious. I caught me a few dollars, some money, aka $30 for an eighth. And because of this, I kind of got into it like that. I mean, granted, I actually got caught with it because my dumbass completely did it in my room. I smoked out that Reggie, and I did it in my room like a complete dumbass because I wasn't thinking to myself, they can smell it. I don't know why, because a few months ago before that, I'd also got some Reggie. I got some mid. And to be fair with you, you guys, it was chill, it was nice, but still, I don't know why I chose to do it in my room. But nonetheless, I did. And I got caught. You know what I couldn't do after that? I couldn't smoke no more. I couldn't do it. Because my stash had been gone, been caught. Didn't have it no more. So, granted, I got like in trouble or whatever. I'm really surprised I didn't even get grounded. I didn't get grounded. I mean, granted, my family didn't let me go anywhere to begin with, but that's a different time. That's another thing. But I wasn't leaving the house anyway, so it didn't really matter. But I just got caught with Kush, So I was like, damn, I guess I'll chill with that. I'll chill with that. So what do you know? I give it a few weeks. No. A few days. Because I had the Reggie up until July 15th or 20th. That's when, it skedaddled. But, I had that Reggie. And, for the first few weeks, I was still smoking it here and there, just being like that. Because I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna get caught eventually, probably. I don't know. I just said, fuck it. So I was smoking on the Reggie. Do my thing for a few weeks until I got that snagged. And after that, I was like, okay, I don't have any no more. Got no more Reggie. Time to just drink my pain away. And that's exactly what I did. I drank and I drank and I drank. It was really an interesting thing because I hate throwing up. For some reason, during this alcohol phase, I was like, fuck it, whatever, I'll throw up just to not feel my pain. It's really interesting what being mentally down and spiraling does to a person. Nonetheless, that was my thought process. I'm like, okay, I don't want to feel anything. Let's do copious amounts of alcohol and sedate myself until I throw up. And that's exactly what I did. Was it fun? Yeah. enjoyable? Kinda. Nonetheless, though, it was a time. It was a time. And, I was having a great time drinking my pain away during July, but then I got into this huge fight with my dad, which caused everything I had to get taken away. So I was stripped of my every privilege. So what was I doing? Oh man, me Ty over here, my ass was fucking going bypassing the internet, not really doing much. I was just like using a VPN because they can like for my internet they were able like to ban you with this app, and as long as you use the VPN you can go past it. So, I would just go on VPNs and do all that. But, just feeling that, damn, I can't believe I was stripped. I mean, granted, it wasn't that long and it wasn't really that serious. But, you just feel that. But nonetheless, nonetheless, I started also, I still drank during August. August is when it like really got worse. I was drinking like every other day. And then September, I stopped. I stopped because you know what I got? $30. I copped a cart. And you know, it was just a time where I just was coping instead of drinking. At least that's the plus. I was constantly smoking, trying to get that away, cause that to go adios. Granted it helped me avoid it, but it didn't really solve my problem. Um And, after that, I kind of stopped because I started talking to a person they were comfortable with that. And me being the great partner I was, I said, okay, I won't. So, you know what I did instead? I got into self harm. And because of that, instead of constantly drinking or constantly smoking, I was constantly self harming. And just thinking about that, jumping from one thing to another, I'm like, God damn, I don't know how the hell I managed to do that. But I was doing that from October into December. And November, I was drinking while doing it. And not just drinking, doing a lot of over the counter medicine because that also made me avoid my problems and not fix them. So that's what I did up until December, where I caught me $60 because I sold some shoes. You know what I did? Copped a cart. And this cart was lovely. I tell you what, it was like magic because December had just rolled around and this cart was wonderful. It was magical. Fucking magical, I tell you what. It was good. But after December, I stopped all that and luckily I got out of my depressive struggle of 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed this deeper video. Comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah.